welcome back to Little Blessed Nest. My name is Stephanie. If you're new here, today we are painting my kitchen cabinets. I don't have a lot of cabinets to paint, thankfully, because I don't enjoy it. But first thing I had to do was take all the knobs off and the handles, and also take the doors off. I'm going to take those off and sand them down a little bit. These cabinets have gotten pretty roughed up and scratched up over the last several years, so it's time to give them a fresh new look. I already took off the hardware on these two. I gotta get to getting the ones off on these, and then I'm gonna wipe them down, give them a good clean with a degreaser, and actually I'm gonna give them a light sanding as well, because I can tell where the like there's kind of some not great spots from the old paint, and I definitely need to get that off before I start on a new coat. So let's get started working on that. I got a little helper here, little Miss Rosie. She's so curious. She's trying to climb around in the cabinets and see what all's going on, what Mama's up to. She's such a sweet baby. While I have a moment, I want to welcome all of my new subscribers. I've had so many over the last week. A lot of you came from my last video where I was showing a tour of my Little Blessed Nest here. I'm so glad that you guys decided to subscribe and hang around, and I'm glad that you all enjoyed the video. Thank you as well to all of my regular subscribers. You guys are so wonderful. This channel would not be possible without you. The ones here under my sink are always hard to get to, especially this one right here, because this is a false drawer. It's not really a drawer there. I sure wish there was one, because I could use an extra drawer. But yeah, so I'm gonna work on getting these off. The problem is that the sink comes down almost right up against the knob, the handle here, so it's hard to get a screwdriver in there in between them. So usually I don't have it very tight. I just tighten it as much as I can with my hand. So yeah, I got one off. Let's see if we can get the other. Success. One more to go. I always put the screws back in to the knob or whatever it is that I'm working on. That way I don't lose them. I'm really prone to misplacing things, and if I can keep it all together, I've got a very much higher chance of not losing them. Makeup so green behind me. It does not look this color in real life. It's more of a earthy green. This looks like that looks like a green, like a, I don't even know what color that looks like. I don't know, guys. But anyway, I've got some 220 grit sandpaper here, and I'm gonna go in and sand down some spots that I think need it and just rough it up a little bit so the paint will adhere to it better. I don't have a lot of experience painting cabinetry, so I just kind of wing it. It is super bright and hot out here, but I have put the doors on top of this tote that I have here, and then I'm going to prop them up on some cans. I'll put some cans underneath them and paint them once I'm done with the sanding. So you can see my island here behind me, and don't mind this here. This is the old top that was on it, and this is the new butcher block one that's right above it. We're gonna remove this old one as soon as I get the legs that I'm wanting to go on the butcher block, but for now we just have it sitting on top of there, and hopefully I'll get those legs in the near future and we can get rid of this top here and just attach this one to the cabinet. Let's get started. I have already removed all of the cabinet doors, and I have been working outside on getting those sanded down, which is why I look like this because it is hot out there, y'all. It is so hot. But this is what this little roller looks like, and then it's a foam brush that slides on there, and it gives you a good finish on cabinet doors. It's really smooth. But what I'm doing right now is I'm gonna sand down this right here because it's kind of, I don't know, it's got a weird texture to it. And also, I don't know if you can see these little chips in the paint right here. I'm just gonna take this sandpaper and kind of smooth that out. Before I started painting, I needed to vacuum up all of the sawdust that was left behind, and I'm really excited to be working with Eureka again today. I'd like to thank them for sponsoring today's video. They sent me their Eureka Rapid Wash Vacuum, and I have to say that I've really been enjoying using it. It has lots of great features that I find are missing on other vacuums that I've tried. All right, I've made a nice little mess here on the floor so I can show you guys how the features work. But first we got to go ahead and add our cleaning solution and water to the tank. We're going to start off by filling the tank with water, and then we're going to add 2 caps of this cleaning solution that was included. This stuff smells really good. It reminds me of honeysuckle. I have to say, I do feel like the Rapid Wash vacuum is a lot more user-friendly than other wet dry vacuums that I've used. This definitely is my favorite of all the ones that I've tried. And we've got some cereal, some chocolate milk, some pancake syrup, some pretzels. So it's a nice mixture of solids and liquids. I really appreciate that it can easily clean wet and dry messes at the same time. And one thing that I love about this vacuum is that it has an anti-entanglement design. If you have long hair like me, then you've probably experienced having to go in and remove hair from around the brush of a vacuum. I've had to do this more times than I can count. It's annoying and time consuming, but this vacuum uses a combination of a flush comb and a scraper to solve the problem of hair wrapping around the roller brush. Also, the roller brush has this great zero-edge design, which makes it easy to vacuum along baseboards and walls and corners. Not only is the Rapid Wash vacuum ultra lightweight at a little over 8 pounds, but it also has a self-propelling function, so it doesn't require manual pushing. You only need to control the direction. There's also a very convenient LED screen that I love. It shows you the status of the vacuum, including the battery level, the cleaning mode, and any potential error messages that you might receive. It even has voice control.
Voice notifications on. Please run self-cleaning and empty dirty water tank.
The Eureka Rapid Wash uses a powerful floor brush that wipes the floor, and by also using powerful suction, it removes dirt and cleans the floor all in one pass. I also love that both the clean and the dirty water tanks have increased in size, and you can easily see the water level so you know that it needs to be cleaned. Once you've finished vacuuming, all you have to do is place it into the cleaning base and press the function button to start cleaning. It automatically flushes the inner tubing and the brush roller. It uses multiple jets of water, which first cleans the dirt and then rinses. The best part is that it even air dries the roller brush, which prevents odors, which is something that is an issue with other wet dry vacuums. I've enjoyed using my Eureka Rapid Wash, and I think you all would love it as well. If you're interested, just click the link in the description box below. Alright guys, we're going to get started painting these cabinets. We're using Dried Thyme. It's from Sherwin Williams, and this is what it looks like. I'm going to give it a good stir, and then we'll get ready to go. Here goes nothing. Bye-bye to the white cabinets, y'all. Kind of sad. So the paint feels like it's a little bit thicker than wall paint would be. It's going on pretty smoothly. So instead of playing music like I typically would while I'm working on a project like this, I thought I would answer some questions that I've recently got from you guys on Instagram. Let me know in the comments if you like it this way or if you'd rather hear music or what you would like to know. First of all, I got several questions about my hair color. I don't know what colors she mixes in. My hair is a natural darker blonde. It's the color that my twin niece's hair color is, if you've paid any attention to that, my older nieces. But I definitely get highlights. Sometimes she goes in with some lowlights and puts some darker colors in there, and she just blends it all together. I can ask when I go back and see if she can give me any more details, but other than that, I'm really not sure. The next question was, why are your videos so much shorter than they used to be? I'm hearing you guys on this. I am working on making my videos longer. I know that a lot of you guys like longer videos. Some people don't, some people do, but I'm definitely trying to pick up my camera more and get more behind the scenes stuff or more life stuff just to add in to the videos, because sometimes project videos don't last that long. Just depends on what I'm doing. This paint is drying really quickly, which is great. I'm about to go in with my second coat on the drawers and the baseboards around it, and then I'm gonna go tackle the doors. I don't know why, but that's the part I'm dreading the most. This is what the first coat is looking like. Don't mind all my mess here inside the cabinets. But one coat down, I'm gonna do the second coat. I think it's only gonna need 2. A few of you asked about the new glasses that I've been wearing. I've got them right before we went to DC in May, I think. Riley actually chewed up my old glasses, so I had to go get some new ones, and I got them from America's Best. I think it's America's Best Contacts and Lenses. Another person asked me, what editing software do you use for YouTube? I actually use iMovie, and I just use that one because it's what came on my MacBook. So that's what I'm used to using. I know some people use Final Cut Pro. I think there's one called Premiere. I'm really not sure. I just use this because it works for me and I'm familiar with it. I brought the doors inside to paint them because it was just too hot out there and bugs were landing on it. So I brought it in the kitchen, set it on top of some cans, and I'm painting those. I just got the first coat done on one of them. The other 2 I have got one coat on outside, and then I have one more to go to get the first coat. And then I can start back at the beginning and get the second coat. I also have a fan in here on it to help it dry quicker. I ended up not using the roller on these. It was just easier just to go ahead and use the paintbrush because there wasn't that much of a flat surface. This had a lot of edges on it. So the paintbrush worked well. I do really like that roller though. I've used it on a lot of other things, so I do highly recommend it. Another sweet subscriber asked me how I was doing and if I was sleeping well. So it just goes back and forth. Some days I sleep okay. Other days I'm up half the night, can't sleep. I don't know why. It's just how it is. It's been that way for a long time. I went through a time when I was sleeping much better, but yeah, it just depends on the day, on the night, really. I am actually doing really well. Just trying to stay busy, trying to come up with new ideas for videos for you guys and projects. It's just a lot going on in life right now, so it's going slowly, but I'm gonna get there. It's gonna happen. I had another subscriber ask about my fitness journey, how that is going. I did start going back to Planet Fitness. This will be my 3rd week going back. I have a few clips that I'm going to share with you. I'm not sure if I already shared them or not, so if I have, please forgive me. Ryan actually has a Planet Fitness not far from his house, so sometimes I go over there and use that one. When you're a member of Planet Fitness, you can use any of the Planet Fitnesses. You don't have to stay at the same one that you signed up at. So that's really a great thing. If you're out of town and want to go to the gym, you can. But I like the one that I usually go to a lot more than this one. It's just bigger, and it's laid out a little different. But this one's just fine. I like to try to go during times when it's not busy. I don't like to be there when there's a lot of people there. And actually on their app, you can look at it and it tells you a crowd meter so you can see how busy it is at that time of day. So I always check that out before I go. Okay, so I got all the cabinets painted and I am just putting the doors back on right now. It wasn't too hard to do. And once I get those on, I'm going to go in and put all the knobs back on. And I'm really liking how it's turned out. I really did manage to get a smooth finish on them, which I was kind of worried about, to be honest, because I don't know, I was just afraid that I wouldn't get it to look right, but it turned out really well. I do plan on painting my little rolling pantry that I built a while back. I think it'll look better if I paint it green. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. Should I leave it white or paint it green to match the cabinet? I'm really digging this dried thyme color. I feel like it really is warming up the place a lot and I'm very happy with it. Do you guys see these baby deer? Oh my gosh. They're just little babies. There's Mama. We see deer around here all the time. They're on our road and the road that leads to our road quite a bit. So we try to be careful and give them their space. But these babies were just precious. If you follow me on Instagram, then you may have seen my story a few days ago where my friend Sandra and I went on a little float trip on the Red River. We got on it in Clarksville, Tennessee. And there's this place called Float Your Boat. They run their business out of this little bus here, and you just pay a fee to get the transport on the bus to the place where you get into the river, and they also rent you the floats, and they sell some things as well, like phone cases that are waterproof and stuff like that. Sandra has been trying to get me to do this with her for months now, and I've been avoiding it because I was just a little nervous about it. I'm very clumsy. I was concerned about getting into the river, but it all worked out okay.
Make sure you walk halfway out. That way it don't bang you into the bridge.
Okay.
Y'all be safe.
Thank you.
Here goes nothing, y'all. For real. It's beautiful. Okay, Sandra fell in when she first got in.
I didn't
But I think we got it going now. We've made friends. We've made new friends. Hi, friends. All right, y'all. We are officially in the river. It is quite beautiful. It was very hairy getting in here. Oh, because the rocks are so slick. Sandra fell in.
No, I
Now
got
she
out.
can't get back on.
Now I'm trying to figure out how to get back
She had to
on.
get out. Like, we got into trouble with on a log. We got a cooler here and a cooler float. Do you need me to help you somehow? There you go. Way to go,
Tell
buddy.
me I don't know what I
You
do.
can do it.
You can do it.
And I'm spinning. Spinning. White leg.
Not only white legs, they white and hairy. I forgot to say. Okay, sis, we're gonna have to get up in a minute.
You can see the water is not very deep here. It really was beautiful scenery, and it was a beautiful day. It wasn't too hot or humid. It was perfect. The water was really cold when we first got in it, but then it was fine. But we haven't had a whole lot of rain in the last couple weeks, so some of the water was shallow and like your butt would literally get stuck in the rocks. So there were a few places where we had to get up and walk through the water until we got to the deeper part. It wasn't very far at all, but we did have to do that a few times. This man and his grandson were out looking for stuff in the water.
I'm hunting. Hope you find something good.
I don't know if you can see that, but there's probably
Oh yeah, you guys got quite a good stuff.
a bunch of baits, bottles.
Well, you might find a left shoe of mine that
Find a lot of shit.
I bet. Yep, I was out here 3 weeks ago and I lost one of my shoes. And my husband watched it as it passed him. He was like, "Oh, well, there it goes." And I was like, "What?" You did? Cool.
2 shoes. We have stopped for a little lunch picnic here on this little island we found. We got some sandwiches, some subs from Publix, some fruit. We got them in this cooler float here. Good idea, Sandra. Yay! I got a ham sub with tomato and spinach, banana peppers, and cheese. Very good. What'd you get?
Turkey and roast beef and lettuce, tomato, pickles, mayonnaise, and mustard.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
yeah. Yummy in our tummies. It cost $15 to do this. We had to pay $10 for our float, and Sandra got the cooler float. It was $5, so she paid $15. That was for the transport over here and everything. $5 for the transport,
and it's $10 for the float.
$10 for the float, and $10 for the cooler float.
Not a bad deal at all.
Not bad. And it takes like she said around 2.5 hours to do it. It's taking us longer because there's places where it's shallow and you have to get out and like walk in the river, and I'm not capable of this. Terrified that I'm gonna like twist my ankle in this river and these rocks because they're so slick. And then what's gonna happen? And then like, what are we gonna do? We should have picked a first aid kit in the cooler, float. Next time we're gonna bring bandages, tourniquets, some band-aids,
Paddle, so we
a paddle.
push something off. Yeah.
A paddle would be handy because you do get close to the banks and you could push off with it. So we'll do that next time. I found a couple of little seashells as we were looking around. Sally sells seashells down by the seashore.
Sally sells seashells down by the seashore. Sally sells seashells down by the seashore.
We have wrapped up lunch, and I think we're going to get back on the river. Sandra said we're about 1/3 of the way so far. So, the adventure continues. No! Get yourself a real best friend, y'all. She lets me walk up here on the rocks while she pulls the floats through the river. Finally figured out to attach ourselves to each other instead of the float back there. Yeah, because we were getting turned around. Like I was always facing backwards, she was facing forward. So we finally figured out to attach to each other.
And we'll just let it.
And now we're just feeling good. We're chilling.
We cool. It's good time.
Good time.
When our butts aren't.
When our butt isn't dragging the ground. The water's not that deep at all, and in some parts you have to get up.
Yep.
We've seen lots of ladies with their men dragging them through the rocks.
And then there was me dragging her.
Yeah, she dragged me once. That's what friends are for.
That's right.
Keep smiling, keep shining, won't you please count on me for sure. That's what friends are for. Next time we bring in
the big speaker.
The big speaker.
Don't worry, I'll do
Oh, don't worry.
I don't need no
Oh,
help.
don't worry.
No help. Trying to push off.
We're in the trees.
I'm trying to push off of this. I want
You have to push off the
gosh, this is hilarious.
Hilarious. Y'all, she thought she was pushing off of the tree to get us off of the bank there with the trees. And she was actually pushing off of the cooler, which she was attached to. Alright, my friends, that's going to be it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed painting my kitchen cabinets with me and floating along on the river. If you did enjoy today's video, please consider subscribing if you haven't already. And you can also let YouTube know that you enjoy my content by giving it a thumbs up. This really helps my channel and is so appreciated. I hope you all have a great week, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!